So Facebook just decimated my account for posting this video from Dr. John Campbell.
Well, welcome back. It's still Wednesday, the 16th of March. Now, I want to do a bit of a brief global orientation here, but I want to look particularly at Australia, which is really quite interesting because Western Australia and New Zealand have just really opened up in the past few weeks. And what we're seeing there is really quite fascinating as we see Omicron go through a vaccinated population. And it's kind of a deja vu almost, really, because we're seeing the kind of case numbers that we had seen in Europe with previous waves. So they've kind of come to this. It's all kind of delayed by a period of time. But let's look at the graphs because it shows it much better than I can explain it. Now, here's the new daily confirmed cases. Now, India, we know that there's essentially no testing, but we do know that the pandemic has died down. The United States, the testing is very limited, but we do know the numbers have died down. I mean, just look at this United States line here, the reduction, really quite marked. Canada numbers are down, but again, testing in Canada is appalling. Now, the United Kingdom, numbers are officially up. And this is despite low levels of testing. And we know when we look at other sources of data, such as the Office for National Statistics or the COVID Symptom Tracker app, that the prevalence is really quite high in the UK. And as we saw from the Office for National Statistics, we're looking at about 1 in 20, 1 in 25 people currently infected, so pretty high. But definitely been an increase in the United Kingdom just recently. Australia, of course, these increases now are not so much in Eastern Australia, they're largely in Western Australia, which has just opened up. Germany is high, but of course New Zealand, very high, and this is exactly as we predicted. We knew this was going to happen as Omicron starts transmitting through New Zealand, albeit causing relatively small numbers of hospitalisations and severe illnesses because the population is largely vaccinated, whereas of course the first waves in Western countries were in an unvaccinated, antigen naive, virus naive population, which of course is why we had the appalling hospitalisations and high death rates. So interesting to see that this is happening now in New Zealand, but exactly as we'd anticipated, of course. Patients in hospital per million, now this is accurate, and there has been an uptick in the UK, no doubt about it, but we also know that the prevalence in the UK is very high. So a proportion of these, we don't know how many, but a substantial proportion of these will be incidental findings. People admitted to hospital with COVID rather than from COVID. Don't have the detailed breakdown on that, but we can assume it's reasonably high. And we saw this, of course, weeks and weeks ago at the very start in South Africa. We saw this several months ago. That's exactly what we're seeing as you get a widespread Omicron wave.
So I'm pausing this video because I want to make sure everything's cool with fair use. You know, go watch the whole video. Dr. John Campbell on YouTube. The video is called Global and Australian. So yeah, they're targeting me through Facebook. They're targeting me through my phone itself. They've restricted me for posting a video and applied that. Let's look at each of these. See why. Okay, so they didn't like that one. And they didn't like that one. That's my art. They don't like my art? Oh, because it says ivermectin. But see, see my art, and Facebook put that together with my art. Because I uploaded these 3 photos at the same time, and Facebook does this collage thing where they take whatever you've uploaded together and they put them together in a collage. So the point is they didn't like this, and see, they blocked that. That's ivermectin. and they paired it together with my Bob Marley art and my personal art, original art. Yeah, I disagree with the decision because ivermectin saves lives. This content is no longer available. Well, what? What the fuck? We confirmed your comment didn't follow the community standards review. What comment did they delete? It's just... Alright, it's hard to follow all their nonsense. Alright, fine. They don't believe it cures cancer. Well, they need to fund the research. Like, really ridiculous. I mean, they're not giving me... So one video. Like, what? This is why you got all these restrictions on me for one freaking video? And one video, maybe I'm not looking at this right. One video, then the second one. Bob Marley picture. And was it still in the first one? 1, 2, 3. And then a comment? April. See, this is like all the same thing. What the hell? Right? That one video. The Bob Marley picture. And a comment that they don't tell me what it is. Back in April of 2021. Ridiculous. And now I'm banned from groups? What the hell did I post in a group? For 29 days? Because of this video. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I disagreed with the decision. And because of like, really, there's nothing new. It's all the same bullshit. What they're saying is the problem. There's no detailed reason. 29 days? I can't post. I posted all this on my personal page. Personal private page. Not one of them was posted in a group. It's so ridiculous. Okay, here's something from fact checkers. Okay, they don't like the ivermectin study. That's not legitimate peer review by just calling it false information. That's not legitimate peer review. That's not what they said. It's not that they endorsed ivermectin or they didn't endorse ivermectin. It's that they were allowed to take ivermectin and the study showed improvement. Facebook fact check is so wrong. I'm not sure. What's this one? Wait, so that's probably the first video. And see how they're messing with my camera? I can barely see it. All right, done. And they really have been doing this for a while. Okay, so what is this? This is the first I've found about this stuff, though. Pravin Mohan? What the hell? Fact check. No, this image does not show a 2,000-year-old depiction of a bicycle. Dude, what the fuck? Of course it does. Go look at the fucking video. It's a fucking bicycle. You can't see a fucking bicycle in well, it's a sculpture. So is that the like reason it's not factual? Because it's a sculpture of a depiction of a bicycle and you have a problem with that? Facebook is retarded. I'm sorry, I did not mean to call Facebook retarded. It's kind of hard to not get angry. Facebook fact check is not truthful. Now that quarantine camps for the unvaccinated not proposed by the Washington State Board of Health. Well, they have already set up the internment camps. I kind of agree that's not factual, actually. They have, but what's going on? See why. Independent fact checkers say that this information has no basis in fact. Probably by the title. I don't remember posting this January 9th. I don't remember posting it. Maybe I was hacked. Fact check: COVID-19 quarantine camps for unvaccinated were not proposed by Washington Health Board. Well, that's good. I don't remember posting this. So, am I missing anything? No, they're angry at that one. Alright, whatever. Stupid.